Hello and welcome to Behind the Screen. I am JM. This is just a show where I get on in the morning and we talk about gaming, game design, Jackals, Torg, board games, doing reviews. And today I have a special guest. This is Evan. If you don't know Evan, he is the co-host with myself on the Exploring Glorantha show that we do on the Iconic Production channel. Evan, thanks for joining me today.
Hey, thanks for having me on Behind the Screen.
Hey, if you were going to give people who maybe have not tuned into Exploring Glorantha a brief overview of that show, can you just give us a rundown of what that show is and what we do on it?
Sure, absolutely. Well, of course, it does what it says on the box. We explore Glorantha, but JM and I have a conversation around a topic, and we are trying to appeal, of course, first to newcomers to Glorantha, but also to those who have a background and who like to explore the varieties of lore in that imaginary world. But most importantly, we want to take that very extensive and still growing body of lore and connect it to your tabletop.
Yes.
Bring Glorantha in bite-sized pieces to new players, new game masters, and even experienced game masters and players to think of it as a way to play and really enhance your experience, whether you're playing one of the versions of RuneQuest, playing 13th Age Glorantha, playing Quest Worlds, or trying to bring it into some other different game system, many of which have been unofficially employed, from Tunnels and Trolls to World of Darkness to Powered by the Apocalypse.
Yeah.
People love to engage with Glorantha. But we want to make that world something that is approachable, so that more people get to be involved in it and love it the way we do.
Yeah, and so far it's been one of our most successful shows. We do that the third Saturday morning at 10 o'clock Central Time on Twitch, and then you can find it on the YouTube channel afterwards. If you haven't gone on there, Evan answers all of the questions that come up from Exploring Glorantha. He is very interactive with the community, both on YouTube and on our Discord channel, which you get access to if you are a patron of Iconic Production. You can find that over at patreon.com/Iconic Production. But what we're talking about today is this is the first half of a two-part show. The second part won't go live until probably the middle of April. We are going to Chaosium Con, which is the big Chaosium event in Ann Arbor, Michigan, the second weekend in April, and I thought it'd be fun to just kind of go over what we're looking at doing there, Evan, and maybe talk about what we're most excited about. So on Friday, there's a couple of things that Evan and I are both going to. We're hitting a seminar on cults, mythology, and gaming, and we're hitting a seminar on the Gloranthan lore auction. So Evan, quick overview of and anything that stands out there of something you really want to, you're excited about in those two seminars.
Well, so of course the cults, mythology, and gaming, we're going to get to have the pivotal design staff from that are working on Glorantha, Jeff Richard, Jason Durrell, and then David Larkins also, who I believe is working Pendragon, and get their thoughts. It's not going to be necessarily about new products or anything, but how to think about bringing mythology, particularly, and how it is experienced by players and player characters in RuneQuest, through cults, and how to think about that, how to structure a mythic approach to your gaming. And even though I've been doing this for a long time, there's always more to learn. And Jeff, Jason, David are deep thinkers on this. It's pretty much their full-time job, and so why not go and benefit from that? So I'm looking forward to that. And then the Glorantha lore auction is something I've never experienced. I've been to very few conventions, and while this is the first Chaosium Con, Chaosium has had a Glorantha lore auction in many different contexts at RuneQuest cons and other conventions. It used to be something where, of course, the late Greg Stafford would provide this, and now his successor really is Jeff Richard.
Yeah.
And it was an opportunity to find out unusual things about Glorantha and to raise money for some worthy cause in a fun freewheeling auction style. So who knows what questions are going to be asked and how they're going to be answered. But
I think we're just going to be taking notes that whole time.
That's right. That's right. We'll be scribbling furiously because, how could you miss the Glorantha lore action and be the exploring Glorantha guys?
Right.
So, looking forward to that a lot.
Now then we have, and then the rest of our Friday is just going to be gaming. I got into a Elric. I'm a huge fan of Michael Moorcock's Eternal Champion series. The fact that the Elric Stormbringer Hawkmoon game is out of print is one of the greatest travesties of our time in gaming. And so the fact that they had an Elric session that I get to jump into, I'm very excited about. But Evan, you're also going to be playing a RuneQuest Glorantha adventure at that time. I'm doing Where the Tides of Madness Swell, and you're participating in the Crimson King.
That's right. So although I was open to doing some other Chaosium games, of course, great stuff, Pendragon, Cthulhu, Seventh Sea, or some of the old stuff, Hawkmoon, Ringworld, whatever they're bringing to the table. It turned out that always, RuneQuest sort of won out. So Crimson King is being run by the maven of the Johnstown Compendium, Nick Brooks. And it's some lunar shenanigans, and how could you
pass that up? Exactly. Yeah. Now, then Friday night we're both playing in the Tales of the Reaching Moon, the Red Bride.
That's right. It's more lunar shenanigans, and Nick Brook is going to be a player, so we will be sitting at the table with him. Is he my new best friend? Probably not, but it will be great to meet him.
Just right under the bus, Evan.
I'm throwing myself under the bus. Like, he's got plenty of friends. Why does he need me? But I figure that it will be great to meet him. I have admired his work since I was, I subscribed to Tales of the Reaching Moon back in the day and read articles that he wrote, and he's been very involved, a great booster of the Glorantha community. He has a great website that it's not active now, but it has an enormous archive of very interesting materials and the site is called Eateries. He is one of the key developers of lunar shenanigans, shall we say. And so I look forward to both those games. It just should be a lot of fun with a lot of interesting people to sit down with. And I'm really looking forward to sitting down and being a fellow player with you at the table.
I am too. I don't know that we've played in maybe a handful of games on the same side of the screen. So I'm really looking forward to that. Now, Saturday, you have your morning is a large block of game. You want to talk about Waglaan Island?
Yeah. Well, so this is a fascinating game because it's set outside of the sort of developed core that Chaosium is focusing on. We go all the way to the far east into Crowlerella, and I don't know that much about what it's going to be like, but they do have a finished Crowlerella manuscript that's been submitted I believe the person who's running it is the author or a contributor. I'm not 100% sure. But in any case, this is something that they are not going to put out for a while because they
Right.
are trying to organically build things out and get people from Dragon Pass to a place that would have a natural connection with Cralorella, which could be a vast seaport like the city of Notchet, or possibly something about traveling overland through the wastelands.
Yeah.
And I think it will depend on any number of developments in the line. But getting to sit down and play Glorantha, but in a completely different cultural context, not Praxians, not Sarterites, not Lunars, not Lost Calmi from Frenella in the west, but instead to be given some insight and feel it by playing it at the table and playing in the East. I really look forward to it.
I look forward to picking your brain after that. I went more seminars on the second day. I'm gonna do
a lot of cool seminars.
Yeah, exploring or creating a Call of Cthulhu scenario with Sandy Peterson. I'm hoping that I can get we have another friend of ours who plays in the Torg game, Gabe, who plays Zorba Aladdin in the Torg game. He's coming as well. So I'm hoping he and I will be able to hit that seminar. And then I'm going to a cartography seminar, which I love making maps for my games. So I'm just looking forward to doing that. And then the last scheduled event that we have on Saturday is the Grand Market. I'm spending no money between now and the 8th of April because this is Chaosium Rarities, related collectibles. They're going through the archives and going, do we really need more than 1 or 2 copies of X, Y, or Z? I'm keeping an eye out for some Stormbringer material. That is what I would really like to come home with. But who knows what else is going to be there? Who knows if we're going to get like advanced copies for purchase of the books that are coming out. I don't know. I don't know what's going to be at the Grand Market, but expect a lot of posts over on our Instagram, the Iconic Production Instagram, because I will be snapping pictures the whole weekend and posting them. So that's me. Evan, what's possibly the most exciting thing you're looking forward to about this?
Well, I mean, other than hanging out with my true best friend, you,
Excellent.
all weekend.
Good save.
I mean, this is going to be a huge event in terms of the impact, but it's really going to be very intimate. There's like 300 people are going to be there, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, but we're going to be seeing people that have been iconic to me. Sandy Peterson is going to be there.
Right. Jeff Richards.
Rick Mines, who we got to talk with, but we've never met in person. Get to go up and shake his hand and hear him talk more about the history and lore of Chaosium. All of that just is, I think, going to be really special. And then getting to meet people from the community. Several people have said, hey, I'm going to Chaosium Con too. And, I hope that they will come up and introduce themselves to us. We'll get to hang out. I really look forward to that. I wanted to throw on that.
Go for it.
I'm also going to a seminar that Saturday evening. I think I'm trying to get you to go to that seminar too, but it's just an hour, but it's on going public, about streaming, podcasting, and publishing your own game. I quickly looked up, and you have not signed up yet.
I have not signed up yet. I need to do that.
But Ludo is going to be there from the God Learners podcast.
Oh, awesome!
And a lot of other people that are streamers, etc., are not officially on the podium, so to speak, but are going and are noting, hey, I do this, I do that. So I think there's going to be a real community feel of people involved in Chaosium games and in the streaming, podcasting, publishing, publishing not not through Chaosium, but
Right.
through the Chaosium imprints, the Johnstown Compendium, the Miskatonic Press. Now, there's going to be some separate stuff that also focuses on the drive-through RPG imprints, but I think this is going to be another place to sort of meet the people who are up and coming there and get to make connections and exchange tips, tricks, things that have worked, things that haven't, and just build a more of a community, which I think is the whole point of them having this Chaosium Con, is that Chaosium wants to have sort of this extended community family feel, whether you're coming at it from Call of Cthulhu, so that we're all in the same secret cult, or from the RuneQuest, we're all, coming from the same Tula and blessed by the same whiter. However you look at it, they want to bring people together and have this fun, robust exchange of ideas, of creativity, and make it really fun. So I'm looking forward to it.
Well, as we have been talking, I have signed up for that event, Evan.
Excellent.
You have twisted my arm. Not promising I'm going, but I've at least signed up.
That's right. That's right. Well, there's going to be a lot going on, and sometimes, obviously you never want to bail on somebody who is depending on you to be at the table to play a role.
Right.
But if you're one of 50 and you don't show up at a particular seminar,
no one's going to notice.
I don't think anybody is going to be really turned away from any of the seminars. I don't think that they are so numerous that there's a waiting list for any of those discussions, which is going to be great. They're going to be smaller, more intimate. There's going to be more of a chance to interact.
Yeah.
And I'm really looking forward to it.
I am as well. And I'm also, like you said, I'm looking forward to just the time between where we're going to get to hang out and chat and go get food and just relax and talk gaming and life. And I'm really looking forward to that, Evan. So that is the end of this Behind the Screen for Thursday. We will be back on Tuesday with more Behind the Screen. But if you like what we do on Iconic, please consider subscribing here, following here on the Iconic Production Twitch channel. Head over to the YouTube channel as well. We would love to, if you would subscribe there, like this video, post a comment. I respond to all of the comments on the Behind the Screens video. And Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Central, which I realize is early, but we will be doing the third episode of the Grand Campaign. We're going to be talking about systems. We're going to be talking about why those matters and what you want to look for in a system for a Grand Campaign. Well, Evan, thank you for jumping on Behind the Screen. I'm sure we'll do one when we get back from Chaosium Con, basically, once we're rested and ready to jump back into it. But I appreciate you joining me Behind the Screen today.
Well, thank you very much for having me as a guest. I feel honored.
Well, until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, stay in gaming, and I will be back here on Tuesday when we once again step behind the screen.
Bye, everyone.